let's talk flower and garden. Okay, so before we begin, you know what we gotta do. So I recently just made these ears and they were inspired by Flower and Garden, and if you haven't seen that video, it will be linked down below. And they're fairly cheap. They're from Dollar Tree, so they're easy to make, and there's some wire here, a lot of glue. And if I get to go to Flower and Garden this year, I definitely think I'm going to bring these with me. They're pretty sturdy. I think I can travel with them, no problem. So let's talk Flower and Garden this year. Flower and Garden starts in March and ends in July, so it's definitely longer than it was before. I have been to Flower and Garden, but I should say that I've been to Epcot during Flower and Garden, because I don't think I've ever stopped at the booths and tried any of their food. So, and I was a teenager at the time, so definitely was not what I was there for. So I always say, make sure you plan ahead. So this is kind of my plan ahead. If I was going to Flower and Garden, I wanted to know what was available, how much it would cost me to try all the foods and all the drinks. A DFB guide, really, I mean, if you don't know who they are, you should, especially if you plan on doing a Disney trip. Definitely really help you plan ahead. They have a website, which is DFB guide, and I will put it down below as well. They also have a YouTube channel, and I subscribe and I follow. So make sure you do too. All the photos that I've used in this video is from DFB Guide. I really appreciate all the work that they've done, and so I want to make sure that it's highlighted. It's not my photos. I haven't been this year, but I thought I would show you what the food items are, because at this point I'm basically deciding what I would want to try on looks alone, because I don't know what it's gonna taste like. I have seen some reviews, some things a lot of people are really hyping up, and some things it was a hit or miss, but everyone has a different palate, so I can't really judge anything based off what someone else reviews. I can only go by my typical likes and tastes. Use this to plan out your future Flower and Garden trips. Also go check out their websites, very detailed, has what the ingredients are in every item. They really did a good job. So thank you, DFB Guide, for helping me plan my Flower and Garden trip this year. Let's go check out what they have on the menu, and we're gonna go through each booth and talk about the ones I think I would like and which ones I think I might buy. Now this first one, Bauerner Mark, I don't think I'm saying that right, but I didn't really care for anything on this menu. They have the potato pancakes, and two forms of potato pancakes and toasted pretzel bread, so I thought I would skip this one. And the cider house looked really good. Those ciders looked so nice. So definitely want to try this cider flight. They have the $3 Brewing Pink Lemonade Hard Cider. It looks really yummy. Just the colors alone really grabbed my attention. They also have this nice little dark mousse treat that I would be excited to try. The Citron Blossom. I'm really here for one thing and one thing only, which is this sipper. He is so cute. Does come with a drink, and it is $15, but I think I'm willing to spend the money for it. Now here we have the beef brisket Burt Ends pork belly sliders, which I think Mark would actually really like too. So this is definitely a must try for me. And they also have this key lime, which looks really nice. I think I would try this there at Epcot. And they have this frozen lemonade, one of the first drinks that I think I would definitely want to buy. Now the Flavorful Kitchen. This one had a really nice strawberry mousse, chocolate crisp. And look just the redness of it. I definitely feel like I need to try this. My favorite color is red, so it must be. So on this booth, nothing really was calling my attention, but they do have a beignet, caramelized beignet treat that did look somewhat good. The Hanami booth has the frushi, which is the most popular thing right now. And it looks interesting for sure. The pork shank, this one was raved. I think I will want to try that one. And this is the sake that they have. It looked really nice. The Honey Bistro. Again, there's one thing and one thing only that I'm really looking forward to. It's not this. This is the mascarpone treat that looked really good. But here is what we're talking about. Orange Bird will need a friend, and I think I will be getting this sipper to accompany him. And Jardín de Fiestas is the Mexican Pavilion booth, and this is the tostada, and they also have like a toasted taco, cheesy taco. It looked really good, and this is one of their margaritas. Here at La Isla Fresca, they have this like mousse tartane. That's like a pineapple mousse. Looks really good. And they also have a guava sangria, I believe it is. And I'm in for anything guava. Lotus House. I was really interested more in the bubble tea that they have. I have had it without the amaretto. This one has amaretto. So I'm interested to try. The Magnolia Terrace, this is where they have the pecan cake, and look at that. That looks really indulgent, and I might try. Northern Bloom, this is where they had the beef tenderloin tips. I thought it was a great portion for its price, and especially with all the sweets, would be a nice addition. And this is the Primavera Kitchen, the Italian booth. They had some nice things here, but the arancinis was the one. I love arancinis. We'll talk more about them later. And the refreshment port. Here, they have the Popsicle Trio. Now, look how pretty those look. I think just for looks alone, I have to get it. And the next one is the Sunshine Griddle. Now, this is the #1 spot to go to if you're going to eat everything here they love. This is the avocado toast with goat cheese and tomatoes on top. And here we have the cinnamon bites as well. Everyone's raving about it. This is the Fruit Loop drink. Yes, a Fruit Loop drink. I will be getting that. At this booth, they had one drink that I really thought I would want to try. It's the Moonshine Twinning Tea. And it comes with a souvenir cup that shows that it's coming from the Epcot Flower and Garden. The Farmer's Feast booth didn't have anything really that I was too into, but their drinks look super pretty. And this is a hibiscus sangria, I believe it is. And it looks amazing, so I think I might try. Here I wanted to show you guys that Jeffrey's is the coffee station for Disney. They do have Starbucks, but Jeffrey's is kind of like the place to go. And they have a bunch of different drinks located all over the park that are special to this event. And last but not least, there's another special treat, the mini funnel cake that's located, I believe, in the American Pavilion. And wow, look at how indulgent that is. Wow. That was a lot of food. 27 items. That is a lot of food between food and drinks. Wow. Now, if I decided that I was going to try everything I just showed you, and even if I split it with my husband, that's a lot of food. So I highly doubt we'll be buying and eating all that. But if money wasn't a question and the amount of food I could fit in my stomach was not a question, then that would be my list of items that I would definitely want to try. And if I lived in Florida and if I went to Disney a lot, that definitely would be my list, and I would just try them in multiple visits. But because I am limited, I kind of have to condense that list. The things I definitely have to get would be those sipper cups. I've been wanting those super cups for a while, especially the Orange Bird one. They change it. I don't know if it's every year, but they do change it often. And then the bee, which I don't even know what his real name is. I think he has an actual name. He kind of grew on me. At first I was like, no, just get the orange sipper. But then I started seeing it more and I'm like, he's really cute and I think I want him too. So off the bat, I'd definitely be getting those too. If I was to get everything, first of all, let me tell you how much the total would be if I was to get everything that I just showed you. It would be $205 along with 74 cents. I believe the tax is not included in those prices. I think some of them had taxes included and some of them didn't. So roughly like almost $220 if we add tax afterwards. That's again a lot of money. So if I really wanted to spend that, at least I now know that I need to put aside $220 for the food and drinks there. Now I know that I'm not going to eat all that. Now it's time to condense and see how much money do I really need to put aside for the things I really want. So the 2 super cups are $15 each. Automatically, I know I need to save $30 if I really want those items. Now, the things I really think I want to try would be the burnt brisket, which was $7.50. I'm tempted to try the frushi only because I really do like coconut flavored rice and the fruit. I like the idea. But for $6 for 3 pieces, I'm kind of knowing that I can get the pork shank, which is a bigger portion, a bigger meal, for just $7. It's kind of hard for me to think that I'm going to spend $6 on 3 pieces of sushi, especially frushi, which there's no reason why it should cost that much. It's definitely just a Disney price. So that's one of them. I wish I could say I really want to try those items in Mexico, but again, they're such small portions for $7.50 that I don't think I'm going to go out of my way to try those specific items. I definitely will be eating in Mexico and having a margarita in Mexico. I just think I'll try to get a different plate, an actual plate, and spend my money there, because the last time we did go, it smelled so good when we walked past Mexico, and we had already eaten at the land pavilion, so we were too full, and I was like, why didn't we wait till we got over here to eat? But it is what it is. I figured the next time I'm not going to stop anywhere else and I'm going to eat at Mexico. So fret not, Mexico, I will be getting something there. The beef tips looked really good. I really wanted to talk about the arancinis that we saw. Arancinis are great, but they're so small for $12. No, don't do that. Go to an Italian restaurant and get like those big arancinis. And if you really want to try it, I think the most they'll charge you is like $6 for a massive one. So do not spend $12 for something like that. Those are easy to find. Any Italian restaurant, even pizza shops will sell them. So do not spend $12, okay, on arancinis. It's rice. It's rice. If you wanted to know, it's rice mixed with cheese, put in a bowl and fried with marinara sauce. That probably cost them, the portion especially, it probably cost them like 40 cents to make. Do not, no. Okay, I'm sorry. I went to culinary school. I was a chef for a while. I can't help it. It's one of my pet peeves when I see things overpriced. And I know it's Disney and they love to overprice things. But at some point you have to say, enough is enough. I'm not going to buy that. Okay. Especially when it's something that is not going to be tangible for long. You know, that's something you're going to eat and that's it. $12 gone forever, you know? And it's not an experience that you're gonna say, well, I enjoyed the experience. It's a very simple dish. It's nothing to be like, oh my God, I'm so glad I tried that. Don't do it. Don't do it. What I really kind of wanted to try was that Fruit Loop drink. That's unique. You're not gonna find that anywhere. It's a $4.25, very reasonable for what it is. And I'm curious because they definitely said it tasted like the cereal. I don't mind the cereal, so that's something I think I'm gonna try. That whole booth was a hit so far. It has the avocado toast and the cinnamon bites, and along with the Fruit Loop drink. So I definitely think I'm gonna try that. Mark loves avocado. I do too, but he would definitely love the avocado toast. I'm glad that they put the goat cheese on it because I think it elevates it a little bit more, which would make me want to buy it because, again, avocado toast, I can get that anywhere. But the way they elevated it with the goat cheese and they made it look really pretty with the flowers and stuff makes me want to spend that money on something that I might be able to do on my own. And it was only $5.75. So sold. Definitely getting that. The cinnamon bites, I might try it. They're definitely really hyping it up, saying that it's one of the best items there. So just because of that, it's $4.25. I definitely might try that. The pecan cake looked really good. I try not to do too many sweets because I do feel that it can like upset my stomach and kind of drain me a little bit. So as long as I have a good balance of like regular food with the sweets, I think I'll be okay. If anything, I might try to get it at the end of the night so that way I'll take it home to the resort and enjoy it later. But it did look good. The pecan, they have a pecan praline, and some people don't know what that is, and they've been buying that instead of the cake. Now, praline is just basically melted sugar, butter, and pecans, and it comes in a disc, and it basically is very brittle, and people really enjoy that. But if you don't know what it is and you're paying for something for it, it's something very simple. You can buy that anywhere, really. And it's not my cup of tea, and it's usually not a lot of people's cup of tea. Like, it's something that I find that Southerners really like because they grew up with it. So it's almost that nostalgia kind of thing. But if you didn't grow up with it, it's not a must do, and it's not going to be filling. It's just sugar hardened with pecans. So if you can skip that, that's why I skipped it on the list in general. I would not buy that, even if it was Disney's. The mousse cups looked really nice. Again, they're $4.50. I might try the cider flights. I do enjoy cider, and if I were to drink around the world, if I were to drink around the world, I think I would try and prefer the ciders. And the fact that they have a nice cider flight for $9.50, that's not bad. I'm not trying to drink to get drunk at Disney, so I think that would be a nice, and I could take it with me to other booths and like really let it be my drink throughout the world. As far as any other desserts, I think the strawberry mousse, just because my favorite color is red, and it looked really nice. I would try it just because it looked so pretty. And it's only $4.75, so that wouldn't really break the bank, and it's something kind of like an indulgent moment that I would probably buy, depending on how I feel, you know, around the sweets stuff. For savory, I really liked all the beef options that they had, the stews and the tips, along with the pork shank. I definitely think I'm gonna try that. The Pop Trio, which is another dessert, but they look so cute, all three of them. And the flavors have been a hit or miss. So again, I think it has to do with palate and what you like. So I might try that as well. And the boba, they had boba that's mixed with amaretto. And I am not a like amaretto is not my favorite, but I have tried their boba and I love their boba tea. So I think I would get the boba tea with the amaretto is $12. I think I would get the boba without the amaretto, which is like $4.50, which is reasonable to boba prices. And that would be the other drink of choice that I would get. Jeffrey's has some nice options as well throughout the park. It's not necessarily in the booths. But those are definitely heavier in the sweetness. If I were to get Jeffrey's, I would get like a regular latte or an espresso. That's my go-to. So roughly I'm looking at possibly $50 that I would spend at the booths. No more than 75. So just in case, you know, I like to give myself that buffer just in case I do see something and I go, you know what, I'm just gonna try it. I don't want to limit myself at the 50 mark, especially because I am going with Mark. So what if he wants, instead of splitting something, he might want his own pork shank. So I want to make sure I have a little bit extra for him when we go. So $75 would be my max for food and drinks at Flower and Garden. I hope that you found this video helpful and informative. And if you go to Flower and Garden, or if you plan on going to Flower and Garden this year, you can comment down below and let me know what else you want to know about Flower and Garden. And always go check out the FB Guide. They really helped me plan my trip. So if you have any more questions or want more details about their menu, DFB Guide definitely has it down for you. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye.